In the quiet chambers of your own being, where the echoes of doubt and the whispers of possibility contend for dominion, there exists a profound truth. It is a truth so ancient, so fundamental, that civilizations have risen and fallen upon its understanding or its neglect. It is the understanding that before the world can ever witness your triumph, before the tangible can manifest from the ether, before the monumental can erupt from the mundane, you must first believe it. This is not merely a fleeting thought, a casual wish, or a hopeful whisper into the void. This is a conviction so fierce, so absolute, that it reorders the very fabric of your perception, shifting the quantum reality that cradles your destiny. Imagine, if you will, the universe as a vast, infinitely responsive canvas. Every thought you conceive, every conviction you harbor, every definitive purpose you forge is not just an ephemeral flicker in the darkness. It is a brushstroke. It is a command. It is a vibrational instruction sent hurtling through the very ether that binds all existence. For too long, humanity has been taught to believe that achievement is a consequence of external circumstances, a lottery of luck, or a gift bestowed by an indifferent cosmos. We have been conditioned to chase after what we see, to reach for what we can touch, to validate our potential only through what has already been proven. But this is the inverted truth, a distortion of the cosmic law. The masters of industry, the visionaries of our age, the architects of impossible dreams understood this fundamental principle. They saw it first, they believed it first, and only then did the world begin to bend to their will. Consider the mind not as a mere processing unit, a biological computer confined within the cranial vault, but as a dynamic vibrational force, a quantum fabric woven from pure potential. This is not a metaphor, it is a reality. Every neural pathway, every synaptic firing, every thought current possesses an energetic signature. When these currents align, when they coalesce around a singular, potent idea, they create a magnetic field that begins to pull, to attract, to coalesce the raw material of reality into the form of your desire. The untrained mind is like a chaotic symphony, a cacophony of conflicting frequencies, broadcasting dissonance. It picks up fragmented signals, reacts impulsively, and becomes a passive receiver of the world's clamor. But the disciplined mind, the mind ignited by a burning desire and fortified by unshakable belief, becomes an active transmitter. It doesn't just observe reality, it participates in its creation. It doesn't just react to circumstance, it orchestrates it. Think of Andrew Carnegie, a man who saw not just steel mills, but the very skeletal structure of a new industrial age long before it was fully formed. His vision wasn't confined to existing methods. It leaped beyond them, imagining an integrated system of production that seemed impossible to his contemporaries. He didn't wait for the market to demand it. He believed it into existence, building an empire that reshaped a nation. Or consider Thomas Edison, not merely an inventor, but a tireless alchemist of the mind. He didn't just try to create a practical light bulb. He knew it was possible. His thousands of failures were not setbacks, but iterative feedback loops, each one a step closer to manifesting the luminous vision he held so clearly in his mind's eye. He held the blueprint in his consciousness before the physical manifestation appeared. This is the quantum leap, the internal reality preceding the external. The mind, when focused and amplified by unwavering belief, becomes the very loom upon which destiny is woven. And what, then, is this elusive quality we call belief? It is far more than a fleeting wish or a hopeful inclination. Belief is the unshakable algorithm of reality, the pre-programmed instruction set that your subconscious mind receives and then diligently executes. It is the deep, cellular conviction that what you envision is not just possible, but inevitable. When you truly believe, there is no room for doubt to enter, no space for hesitation to fester. It is a state of absolute knowing, a quiet certainty that resonates through every fiber of your being. This conviction is the difference between those who dream of a different life and those who build one. It is the chasm between those who merely exist and those who truly live. Imagine the unwavering conviction of Abraham Lincoln, a man who, despite a lifetime of personal tragedy, political setbacks, and a nation tearing itself apart, held an unyielding belief in the unity of his country. His belief was not based on current events, it defied them. It was a profound, almost spiritual certainty that resonated deeper than any battlefield chaos or political machinations. This wasn't naive optimism. It was a deeply ingrained principle, an algorithm of conviction that drove every decision, every weary step, every heartfelt plea. He believed in a future that at times seemed utterly impossible, and in doing so he bent the arc of history towards that very outcome. Or consider Henry Ford, ridiculed for his obsession with a horseless carriage and a revolutionary assembly line. The prevailing wisdom of his time scoffed at his vision. But Ford's belief was an internal engine, churning relentlessly, impervious to external scorn. He didn't just think the assembly line would work, he knew it would. He didn't just hope cars would become ubiquitous. He intended it with every fiber of his being. His conviction was the invisible machinery that powered the very physical machinery he would eventually build. This kind of belief isn't fragile. It's reinforced concrete. It's the bedrock upon which empires are built and dreams are actualized. It is the quiet knowing that permeates your every action, the unwavering compass that guides you through the storm. With the mind as your quantum fabric and belief as your unshakable algorithm, the next essential step is the forging of absolute clarity and a definitive vision. This is not simply about having a vague idea of what you want. It is about creating an architect's blueprint in the void, a detailed, vibrant, multisensory rendering of your desired reality. Without this definite purpose, this crystal clear image, the mind is a ship without a rudder, adrift in the vast, unpredictable ocean of possibility. It is like an artist without a canvas, a sculptor without clay, a composer without an instrument. Potential remains unrealized, desire remains unformed, and energy dissipates into the ether without a coherent target. Think of Walt Disney, who didn't just dream of an amusement park, but envisioned every shade of paint, every character's smile, every visitor's experience, long before the first shovel broke ground at Disneyland. He carried the park in his mind, meticulously detailing every aspect, from the feel of the asphalt to the scent of the popcorn. His vision was so concrete, so immersive, that he could articulate it with captivating precision to anyone who would listen. He was the architect, and his mind was the drafting table. He didn't just want a place for families. He saw the specific joy, the wonder, the immersive narrative. This wasn't nebulous fantasy. It was meticulous, vivid pre-creation. Similarly, the Wright brothers didn't just vaguely aspire to fly. They meticulously studied aerodynamics, designed precise wing structures, calculated lift and drag, and envisioned the exact mechanics of controlled flight. Their vision was not a wish, but a detailed engineering schematic etched into their consciousness. They didn't just believe in the possibility of flight. They had a definite picture of how flight would occur. This level of granular detail, this unwavering focus on the precise outcome, is what transforms abstract desire into concrete manifestation. It is the difference between hoping for a destination and charting an exact course to get there. Your vision must be so clear, so compelling, that it feels more real to you than your current circumstances. It must be so vivid that you can step into it, taste it, feel it, long before it appears in your external world. This clarity is the beacon that guides your subconscious mind and directs the quantum flow of energy. Beyond the precision of vision lies the deeper, resonant call of purpose. This is not merely about achieving a goal or acquiring a possession. It is about aligning your being with something larger than yourself, something that transcends ego and material gain. Purpose is the echo of your innermost call, the profound reason for your existence, the unique contribution you are destined to make. When you tap into this wellspring of purpose, your efforts are no longer driven by external validation or fleeting desires, but by an inexhaustible intrinsic fuel source. It is the unwavering inner fire that continues to burn brightly even when the winds of adversity howl around you. Consider the individuals throughout history who seem to possess an almost superhuman drive, Was it simply ambition, or was it something far deeper? It was a profound connection to a purpose that animated their every cell. This purpose acts as an internal compass, guiding you through the labyrinth of choices, illuminating the path forward when all else seems dark. It gives meaning to the mundane, resilience to the weary, and an unshakable resolve in the face of insurmountable odds. When your actions are an expression of your deepest purpose, they carry an undeniable resonance, an authenticity that draws to you the necessary resources, connections, and opportunities. This isn't about striving, it's about aligning. It's about becoming a conduit for something magnificent to flow through you and into the world. It is the difference between building a business and building a legacy, between living a life and leaving an indelible mark. Your purpose is not something you find outside yourself. It is something you uncover within, a fundamental truth that resonates with your very soul. Now, with mind focused, belief unshakable, vision crystallized, and purpose ignited, we arrive at the crucible of transformation, discipline, and action. These are not mere tasks to be endured. They are the forging process, the relentless hammering and shaping that transforms intention into reality. The quantum leap to achievement doesn't happen in a vacuum of passive thought. It occurs at the intersection of powerful internal states and unwavering external application. Discipline is the deliberate, consistent channeling of your energy toward your definite purpose, even when motivation wanes, even when the path is arduous, even when the immediate rewards are unseen. It is the commitment to the process, the unwavering adherence to the blueprint you have meticulously crafted in your mind. Look to Thomas Edison again, not just for his vision, but for his relentless, almost fanatical discipline. His laboratory was a crucible of constant experimentation, a testament to the power of sustained effort. He didn't just think about inventing, he acted on it day after day, year after year, through countless iterations and apparent failures. Each morning he showed up, each evening he refined. This wasn't a burst of inspiration. It was a sustained siege on the problem, fueled by an unwavering discipline to see his vision manifest. Or consider Andrew Carnegie, not just for his grand vision, but for his ruthless efficiency and relentless pursuit of optimization. He didn't just envision a steel empire, he built it, brick by laborious brick, through disciplined management, strategic acquisition, and relentless operational refinement. He understood that vision without execution was mere hallucination. Action, then, is the physical manifestation of your belief, the energetic translation of your internal world into the external. It is the chiseling away of the unnecessary, the laying of each stone, the turning of each gear in the vast machine of your ambition. It is the courage to step forward into the unknown, to apply the theoretical to the practical, to bridge the gap between intention and impact. This isn't about frantic, unfocused activity. It is about intelligent, purposeful action, each step informed by your clarity, fueled by your belief, and guided by your definite purpose. It is about understanding that the quantum leap is not a single miraculous event, but the cumulative effect of countless disciplined actions, each one bringing you closer to the reality you have already created in your mind. This is where the unseen becomes seen, where the imagined becomes tangible, where the belief transforms into being. Yet, the path to extraordinary achievement is rarely a straight line. It is a labyrinth of challenges, a gauntlet of unforeseen obstacles, a relentless test of will. This is where the forces of adaptability and resilience become not just valuable assets, but absolute necessities. The world is dynamic, constantly shifting, presenting new problems and unexpected detours. The ability to adapt, to pivot, to learn from every setback, and to rise again with renewed vigor is the true mark of mastery. This is the metamorphosis of mastery, the transformation that occurs when you allow adversity to forge you rather than break you. Think of Abraham Lincoln's political career before the presidential litany of defeats, failures, and disappointments. He lost elections, businesses, and endured profound personal tragedies. But each setback was not an end. It was a painful yet profound lesson. He adapted his strategies, refined his message, and cultivated a resilience that allowed him to absorb blows that would have crushed lesser individuals. His spirit was like a mighty oak, bending in the fiercest winds but never breaking, its roots growing deeper with each storm. He didn't just survive, he evolved. Consider the countless entrepreneurs who faced multiple bankruptcies, rejections, and ridicule before finally striking gold. Their resilience wasn't an innate gift. It was a cultivated muscle, strengthened through repeated failure. They didn't see failure as the end of the road, but as valuable feedback, a signpost redirecting their path. They adapted their products, refined their business models, and learned from every misstep. This willingness to learn, to pivot, to adjust the sails when the winds change direction is what separates the dreamers from the doers, the fleeting hopes from the enduring realities. It is the understanding that resistance is not an impediment, but a catalyst for growth. Every obstacle is an invitation to innovate, every challenge an opportunity to strengthen your resolve, and every setback a chance to refine your approach. The truly successful do not avoid the storms. They learn how to navigate them, emerging stronger and wiser on the other side. And as you navigate these storms, as you relentlessly pursue your vision, there is a fundamental force, often overlooked, that amplifies your journey and attracts even greater abundance. The power of gratitude and perpetual learning. Gratitude is not a passive emotion, it is an active vibrational amplifier. When you cultivate a profound sense of appreciation for what you have, for the lessons learned, for the progress made, no matter how small, you shift your energetic frequency. You move from a state of lack and wanting to a state of abundance and reception. This magnetic shift doesn't just make you feel better, it literally attracts more of what you desire into your experience. It is the universe responding in kind to your appreciative resonance. Think of the individuals who exude an inexplicable aura of success and well-being. It is often those who, despite their challenges, maintain a deep sense of gratitude for the journey itself. They understand that every moment, every interaction, every setback holds a hidden gift, a lesson to be learned. This commitment to continuous learning is the second pillar of this amplification. The world is constantly evolving, and yesterday's knowledge is today's antiquity. The truly masterful are perpetual students, voraciously absorbing new information, challenging old paradigms, and integrating fresh insights into their strategies. Andrew Carnegie, despite his vast wealth, remained a lifelong learner, surrounding himself with brilliant minds and constantly seeking new efficiencies and innovations. Walt Disney was forever experimenting with new animation techniques, new storytelling methods, and new ways to enhance the guest experience. They understood that stagnation was the precursor to decline. This insatiable curiosity, this humble recognition that there is always more to learn, keeps the mind agile, the vision fresh, and the path forward illuminated. Gratitude opens the floodgates of abundance, and learning ensures you are equipped to receive and utilize it. Together, they create a virtuous cycle, accelerating your journey towards even grander achievements and a deeper, more meaningful existence. So, here we stand at the precipice of true understanding, where the quantum leap to achievement unveils itself not as a mystical anomaly, but as a profound universal law. It begins always with the unseen. It begins in the hallowed chambers of your own mind, that quantum fabric where destiny is first woven. It is there in the depths of your consciousness that you must first believe it, not as a fleeting hope, but as an unshakable algorithm, a definitive, crystal clear vision fueled by the resonant echo of your innermost purpose. This conviction is the invisible force that directs your discipline, energizes your action, empowers your adaptability, and sustains your resilience through every storm. It is the current of gratitude that amplifies your every gain, and the insatiable thirst for learning that expands your capacity for greatness. The quantum leap is not a jump to something external, it is a leap within yourself. It is the courageous act of accepting, with every fiber of your being, that what you conceive and truly believe you can achieve. It is the unwavering knowledge that your thoughts are not just ephemeral wisps, but powerful creative energies that shape the very reality you inhabit. The world does not give you what you want, it gives you what you are. It mirrors back the dominant convictions of your soul. No longer can you afford to be a passive recipient of circumstance. No longer can you wait for external validation or permission. The power resides within you, a dormant giant awaiting your command, a limitless reservoir of potential awaiting your definitive purpose. The architects of empires, the inventors of light, the liberators of nations did not wait for the world to show them the way. They believed it first, they forged it in the crucible of their minds, and then, and only then, did the world bend to their will. The time for hesitation is over. The moment for profound action is now. Close your eyes, not to escape reality, but to truly see it, to sculpt it in the magnificent theater of your mind. See the finished product, feel the triumph, experience the profound satisfaction of that achievement right now, as if it already exists. Let that vision become more real than your current circumstances. Let that belief become so deeply ingrained that doubt cannot find purchase. For when you believe it first, when you see it first, when you internalize it with absolute conviction, you do not just strive for achievement, you become the very embodiment of it. The quantum leap awaits. It begins with you. It begins now. Believe it and watch as the universe conspires to make it so.